Welcome back among the new artists making a debut at Reggae Sumfest. This year is one credited as a leading light in the roots rock reggae revolution taking place in Jamaica right now. Jesse Roy.
I say, woke up this morning feeling so glad.
With engaging performances and songs like This Morning and Modern Day Judas. Royal has been able to make an indelible mark on the genre since 2012 and is our very special guest right now, right here on stage. Royal.
How you doing?
Blessed love, sir. Much respect, welcome.
Blessed love.
All right, sum up for us how you got here.
Really and truly, I couldn't tell you how I got here because it was never a deliberate process.
Okay.
You and I know that, you know, when you're crawling, the greatest thing in the world to you is walking.
Okay.
And then when you begin to walk, you think about running, you know, when you think about running, when you have running covered, you think about flying. So it was just a gradual process of my life's journey, of how my creator ordained it to be.
Okay, so where would you say you are now on that journey, and in that process?
In this process, we're walking on the way to running.
You're walking right now.
Yeah.
So
Steady
right
pace.
so we haven't seen anything yet.
Just the tip of the iceberg, mark my words, man. We're still walking steadily and diligently.
Okay. How difficult was it to move from creeping to walking?
It's not difficult at all because in reality, what is difficult? I mean, we've grown a little bit older, so we probably can't remember those stages.
Okay.
But as a child, as many times as you fall, it was never that fall that was going to stop you from ever walking.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you check life in that way, then you'll realize that life is but a process. And just like when you were a child, you crawl, then you walk, and then you keep it moving.
And in the context of your career, what do you have now? What have you achieved so far?
Well,
In real terms, musically now.
Well, musically, as you said, we've been getting a lot of love and recognition for the hard work that has been put in, not only locally, which is always a good thing because music doesn't sell in Jamaica, you know?
So what we know is what you have achieved, or are there things that we don't know that you have achieved musically already?
We've released 2 mixtapes. The first one
Yes.
titled Misheni. The second one, In Comes the Small Axe, which has been getting a lot of love, and we're gearing up to release a mixtape which will be titled Royally Speaking, which is done with I and Walshify of Major Lazer.
Okay.
On the 14th of July will be the release date.
The release of that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pause you for a minute, Jesse, and take a piece of your modern day Judas right now on this back screen, right here. All right, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this song because you've heard it before. Jesse Royal, Modern Day Judas. That one is called. So, all right, so we spoke about you being a leading light in the revolution, the reggae revolution that's going on in Jamaica right now. First of all, do you agree with that term, reggae revolution, happening in Jamaica?
Well, it's definitely a conscious set of youths.
Yes.
Right, you know, with a deliberate plan, you know what I mean, to get our generation conscious.
Okay.
Because in reality, all we can do is what we can do today. Tomorrow is another day, so we leave that up to the children. So just like how the man who never made the wheel, the man who made the wheel or created the concept of the wheel probably never drove a BMW.
Yes.
but he still had to create the wheel. So who are gonna come make the BMW and now kind of have a couple steps ahead in the process already, so we can actually start looking at progress. So revolution is not really like a gun and knife thing. It's a enlightenment thing and getting our generation ready mentally and spiritually too, of course, to know that we will be making decisions tomorrow.
Okay.
So, I mean, we are the fruits, but the root remain, because what is the fruit without the root? You know what I mean?
So, and there's no question that your work is connecting and that of the others in this quote-unquote revolution.
Yeah, I mean, that's just titles. Because in reality, a lot of time when people label things, it is to demystify and take away from what is really happening.
Yes.
See, because Christ never called himself a Christian, if you dig what me I say.
Yeah.
So that was Roman terminology for them. You know, so it was a thing where they used to look down upon people.
Yes.
So we in reality, I mean, people will say what they want to say, but it's about what we are doing. Because well done will always be better than well said.
Okay. All right, so we have a situation in Jamaica where we're talking about dancehall, and we're saying it's stagnant in terms of its movement. We're also saying a revolution is going on in roots reggae, and it's now, and people like yourself and Chronics and Portugais and a host of others are making great strides in bringing young Jamaicans to appreciate and love again reggae, the roots one drop sound in Jamaica. But isn't there a possibility of a third development in Jamaica too, and which we're a merger of both dancehall, because you at some stage of your thing you're a singer, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean
Crossing
there
over
is
a
a
middle.
merging, because every single genre that you just named is like them spawn out of this. So all of them are children of children.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean of children.
Children of the roots. Yes.
Yeah. So in reality, if we as children aren't thinking forward and thinking of new ways, then we'll be stuck in the old way.
Yes.
So they will always be merging and coming together and finding out new ways of doing old things and old ways of doing new things. You know what I mean? That is the reality of life. So it's not about pushing it off. Nobody is wrong. Nobody is right either.
Yes.
See, express yourself. Expression is the key thing. Because in reality, you hear One Love, but One Love was recorded on that day in whichever year. That was for them time. See, Bob wasn't really singing about 2013. You dig? It was in his vibration, in his time, with his reasonings and his understanding of life at that time, which brought him to compose these words and compose this song. So, like him, we two children are living in a world where that doesn't stop turning. So there will always be something to say, a move to make, a lesson to be learned, a blessing to pass on. Yeah.
Quite a deep reasoner, Royal, you are. Take me back to your background. Tell us about where your community and those things, school and things.
Well, originally from St. James.
Yes.
From my father's side, Maroon Town heritage. My mother's side, more Orange, which is also in St. James, you know?
Okay.
So that's my foreground.
School how far?
School, we used to go Supreme Prep, a little school called Supreme Prep in Montego Bay. And then we moved come Kingston in a 97, 1 year before the Glory.
Okay.
I call the Glory when the reggae boys went to France. See? So 1 year before the Glory is how I kind of mark where we did have a different transition in our life. 97 come to town and then go from Peter and Paul to Arden. And then after Arden, couple brief stints in a couple other little institutions, but that wasn't the solution for my life, you know? So
you knew all that, even then, that it was music?
No, it's not that you knew, but it's like the more you listen is the more you hear, you know? And the more you allow yourself to be used is the more useful you are.
Yes.
If you understand what I say.
But you're steep in Rastafari, aren't you?
Rastafari is I.
Same.
Yeah, because in reality, it is He that created us and not we ourselves. So we as black people, we have a king. You know what I mean? Like you hear someone say, no, all right, you know, I go see a Chinese man named Paul Johnson. You see, you know, I go see a European man named Nefene Mambu. You're not going to see, you know what I mean, so in a reality, even I and I. So we have to know, say, what is us? What is us?
Who are we?
Who are we? If a people who don't know themselves is lost.
So you decided on music when? When did you get that thing now that, watch out, a music full-time for you, Jesse?
Well,
Jesse
my
Royal.
grandmother used to be the choir director at Sudbury Baptist Church as a youngster.
Okay.
My mother always been on the choir. So from a young stage, even with my mother going to choir practice Wednesday, Thursday, I used to be there. So I wasn't on the choir, but Sunday, I have the notes locked.
See?
You understand? So in a reality, that's where a lot of the grooming came. And then when we come to town, me and Daniel were good friends. Remus, who is son of Fatis Burl, Daniel, Ziggy Marley's son. So we were always like in a musical environment. We always used to create together, whether it be knocking desks, whether it be whatever. So as I told you earlier, it is just a gradual progression of who you are, because who you are is who you are. You know what I mean? It's not like I woke up one day and I said, you know, I think I should sing some song, because if that was the case, the reasoning would have wrong.
Same. Okay, so appearing at some fest is like going home, right? It's like homecoming.
It's not like going home. It's going home because I've never performed down out west.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow. So
it is going to be
I
a
wonder
night to remember.
if West knew that you're a homeboy.
If they don't know, they don't know.
They're knowing now.
And it's going to be a night to remember, man.
So Montego Bay and St. James and all of the surrounding communities. Jesse Royal on International Night #1, right?
Correct.
Will be coming home to Montego Bay. If you never knew that before, now you know. So Jesse, give me one key objective for you in the future.
Well, my objective is to fulfill my purpose, whatever that may be, and that may evolve as time progresses. But in reality, I just want to fulfill my purpose, and we'll start that mission by mission. Next project is Major Lazer and Jesse Royal, July 14. So that is the next little chopping of the big tree.
All right, sir. Jesse, blessed
man.
love, sir.
Pleasure.
So nice to meet you and to have you right here on our stage. We'll be tracking the career as usual. Blessed love, sir. So, okay, there you have it right here on stage. Jesse Royal. Stay with us.
We know we a boy close, so nothing up on me body now, bun me no.
Controversial decision, and he will be here to answer that right here on stage.
So what's up in a me back? Fingernail left scratching a me back. Size 10 foot me put that in a the socks. She a grab on pan in that in a me locks. Murder now she chopping a me chop.